One of the problems were that this right here was too low, and it was touching this. I don't think you would be able to see it, but with your printer, if it's the same one, you'll see it. But right here, the filament was touching it. So, the filament that it came with, you could put that on and you could try to print this. It is on Thingiverse ER20.
Yeah, ER20 spool.
ER20 spool holder. ER20 spool holder. And yeah, you should find it. And then you can print it whatever color you want, but if you want, you could use the filament that came with, leave it that. It's not enough, unfortunately, but then you could just use one of your own rolls and put it in. Or you can just use one of your own rolls. And my favorite thing about it is that it's cool how it's glass and you can see on the bottom too, the bed. But also how this is on, which I already finished. And also how it's super quiet. And also the button. And you can also abort it with the button. But yeah. And also how it goes faster. But yeah.
So what are we doing anyways? What are we showing everyone today?
What are we showing everyone? Our brand new 3D printer that all you guys have to spy by watching our videos and everything. The ER20.
Nice.
And for this part of the video, we are unpackaging it and building it.
Here we go.
So here's the instruction manual.
Nice manual.
And we got filament,
okay,
like all of them.
Yeah, I remember this.
And then here's the
gantry.
Gantry, yes.
There you go. Yeah, gantry. And what's that?
That is the print bed and the motor for it.
Good. It's everything. It's the brain too.
Nice. Some
spare
tools.
parts. We ended up using some of those spare parts when we had a filament issue, which we'll do in another video.
Okay. Which I believe will be down below in the description.
Yes.
We pulled that out, and now we box on the floor.
Okay.
Take the Z-rods.
Yep.
And now we use the foam to hold
the gantry?
Yeah, the gantry up.
And that's you're tightening screws on the hot end?
Yes, that's the word.
And you notice the hot end has a BL touch on it, which is beautiful.
Which I'm
The
guessing.
BL touch is the auto.
I'm guessing the auto leveling.
You got it.
And now we are putting in the Z-rods, which I am explaining right here.
Make sure if any kids are building a 3D printer, make sure that their parents check over it to make sure it's all correct. And tighten.
Go.
The reason why we are showing you the Z-rods are because they're slightly bent. It's okay if they're slightly bent, but if they're too bent, return it or get new Z-rods or find someone that can fix it.
So what we did is we looked at them and we noticed that there's a slight bend in the end, so we marked them so we knew which end had the bend and moved it closest to the top. There was no issues in printing though. We printed things the full size.
And now we are just putting the Z-rods in.
Yep.
Line.
Yep, you're doing all the work.
Yep. Not all of it, but there are some parts where you're doing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I can even see your finger in it.
Yep, those are mine. And there we go. So that's it. Simple. I love how easy this thing was to put together.
Yeah, it was so easy.
So much easier than the Andy-Q.
So you should explain this because you're the one doing it.
This is just plugging in the cables. It's straightforward. They're all labeled. Make sure you don't mix them up. And here I cut the zip tie off just to give myself a little more slack to play with it. I found it was too tight. Didn't want to break the cables. And then put another zip tie on at the end.
And make sure that an adult checks it, and also that they did it.
Right. Make sure it's done. Make sure it's done right.
I believe I had a hard time doing it too.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you had a hard time plugging them in.
Yeah.
Small fingers have a problem with it. There we go. There's me running over there, getting another zip tie. And gotta go to the garage because there's not where they belong. This is Matthew playing with the camera. I'll do. And change. What did you do to the camera? Okay, he's back. He's got a zip tie. He's plugging it in, or he's zipping it up. Zzz, tight. There we go. All right, now fix all the links on the cable. Come on, you can fix them. Come on. Or not. Wait, what? All right, we got to assemble it now. So put the gantry on.
Uh-huh.
Right?
We're putting that on. You can see by those small silver things where it goes on.
Yep. Make sure that the Z-rods slide all the way into the bottom of the couplers.
Yep, which we're going to show them how it looks.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, are we plugging it in?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
So this is where you eventually there we go. Line up the bolts for you. Now you tighten the bolts down.
Yep.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you get them tightened up?
I believe so, and plus you checked them.
Oh.
I believe you checked them.
That's a good idea. Who did you use that?
I believe mine.
So what have you learned about this printer so far?
What have I learned? Well, I'm going to ask you some questions on what I've learned too.
Okay.
My printer is faster.
Yeah. How fast?
I believe you went on to 150, but how much did you?
120 millimeters per second. Stable.
Uh-huh. And you don't dare go to
Mine
20
won't.
on yours.
I go over 50, I have problems.
My printer is quieter. We have definitely learned that.
Yeah, considering it's right here behind me and I don't hear it printing, I turn on the Anycubic and it wakes me up at night. Upstairs.
This is my funny way of saying it. My daddy's Anycubic.
Oh, here. It took us a while to figure out where the gantry bolts went, remember?
Oh, yeah, they're on the bottom the whole time.
Yeah, we had to look at the instructions.
My daddy's printer is like. And here's mine.
Yeah, super quiet, super fast. Mm-hmm.
My next question. My printer is bigger than yours, right?
Yeah. 250 millimeters by 220 millimeters.
And yours is 200.
Mine is
204.
204 by 204. Yeah. How do you remember that?
I don't know.
Man, you're good.
It just popped up in my head.
All right. Well, all right. What's next? What's next?
My printer is easier to use.
Well, we're gonna find that out, aren't we?
Yeah, we haven't tested that yet. We should probably test that.
Well, what's coming up in the video?
And I've already made something perfectly for it.
We'll see.
I've already made a different version of them. I put a jetpack and a glider on. I put that on earlier today.
Okay, what's next? What's that?
My printer is easy for kids to use.
Well, let's find out.
Yep.
Okay, let's keep watching our video, then we'll find out if it's easier for kids to use.
And I'll ask you the rest of the questions until then.
Sounds good to me.
Um,
So what's going on here? You're still screwing it in the gantry?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to do. It takes a while to get them tight for kids. It took me a while.
Yeah, but remember when we were building the Anycubic? How long it took? And I had to get special tools for it because the tools that came with it were no good. Oh, horrible.
We even had to use a flashlight to go.
Yeah?
Because it's in the corner. But here, it's on the bottom where you can actually just turn it and see it right in front of your face. Super easy. It's a really good printer to start off with.
10 minutes and you're printing. Really?
Yeah.
It really is 10 minutes and you're printing.
Yeah.
Right? So what are we going to do next here?
I'm asking you the questions.
Well, we're still waiting for this to finish. You're done your questions for now, aren't you?
No.
What's next?
My printer doesn't have my printer doesn't have a filament. This is just to let you guys know. I forgot this wasn't a question, this part. But my printer doesn't have a filament sensor. So you have to watch out. It doesn't run out of filament on you. So
Yeah, that's a problem. I don't know why they would do that.
But
So
it's okay.
it's a great printer, but if you're running low on filament, make sure you stay in the room so you can be prepared to change it.
That
Here we go. So this is. Go ahead.
the filament holder, we realized when we were printing that, well, earlier that it wasn't. You can see my head.
Mhm.
You could realize when you were printing and everything that the filament didn't actually hit the printer, so it might have got stuck. So in the corner, in the bottom right corner, you can see us printing the
Filament spool.
the spool holder
There you
that
go.
my daddy made, and it is on Thingiverse.
Well, I didn't make it. That's I believe everyone made it, and it's
Oh.
available for everyone to download.
Mhm.
And you should be able to print the newer one using just the filament that comes with it. Oh, hang on. Oh yeah. There we go. All right, let's see if you can print.
Okay, so this video is about me. So over on my desk, which is like the side where I am right now, this is my daddy. Over at my desk, I was on Tinkercad today. I wanted to make a knight. I wanted to make something, so I chose to make my favorite drawing. I really like to draw knights with swords and axes. But instead of drawing one, I decided to make one on Tinkercad. I put a couple shields on that I found on Thingiverse, and also the head was from Thingiverse. And I found all that stuff, and I put it on. So now I have my white knight. Because we're going to be doing it in white, right? Yeah. White, right? So once I found it, made it, exported it, and put it over here. My daddy helped me make sure that the shield for his arm was good, so everything is good. And then we're just gonna put it in here and get it ready to print. And I already went over it with my daddy, so I knew what to do during this video. This is a new app for me. I've never done this app, so my daddy was showing me what to do. So he showed me where all the supports are going. We tried tree supports, but I was afraid they were gonna mess up the legs because I have shields on the legs to make sure that he can't cut off his legs. But so once that is done, we make sure all of the stuff is working, and we put our own supports instead. So I know where to put everything now, and let's get to it. So first I go over here, right? And take white knight number 1. Stop. There we go. So that's the person right now. Everything that is red under him and everything like that all needs supports. Well, it should at least have supports. Else it's probably gonna mess up printing. So over.
Click on the model,
Right.
and then everything turns on.
That cylinder.
So let's generate custom supports.
There. Definitely on the sword. Although it doesn't say we need one on the sword, we should try.
You gotta put it underneath the sword, not on the side of the sword. So press Ctrl Z twice to. Okay, so you want to where you click is where the support is bracing. So precisely on the bottom, yeah. It's better. No, the tip shouldn't need it. I would put another one near the hilt, like yeah, right there.
Okay, and one there. That's a lot, right?
Don't forget the back of the helmet.
All right. I am.
Remember, you don't have to fill all the red space. You just need 1 or 2.
True.
It will bridge across. Smart. Yeah, sure, why not?
You think so?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, but since this is right, I'm gonna put it.
At the point of the that'll be fine. The point of the shield at the bottom there will be a good spot for one.
We'll go right there.
No. Because you're supporting a wall. You don't need to do that. Just the bottom. Yeah. Good. Do the same thing on the other leg too. It gives it a little support to build off of. Doesn't hurt.
Okay. The entire thing is like supports. I believe that would be it for supports, right?
Scroll just so I can see the bottom of it.
One right there.
Yeah.
There?
Yeah, stick another one there. Why not? Done. And yeah, right there, the shield on his arm. Yeah, stick one in the middle there. No, delete that. So you want to move the cursor to middle of the bottom.
There?
So,
I think I'll put them in there.
Sure.
We need supports for the fingers.
very good. So, right.
And all the fingers are there. And that's pretty much where I put it, just a tiny bit.
Now that's way more supports than you would normally ever need, but
This is a big.
hey, the more the merrier. The more the better, right?
It might be more filling.
Okay, so now what do you do?
I do slice.
Okay, did you make sure that everything's okay?
I think so.
Mhm.
There wasn't really much to do because you already got all the settings earlier.
Yeah, the settings are correct.
You already did all the settings, so I just had to do this before.
Yeah.
I think that should be it then. Slicing. And it's wait. Jingle bells, jingle bells, 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 brother, when the night, I'll be a watching the wheel, but the like, hey. Oh, 2 days ago it was birthday, I believe. So if you didn't, 2 days I believe it was birthday, and if you didn't do anything for birthday, make sure you do something. You didn't pick up a newspaper that's on the ground. Something, just something. What I did for school was earth art. I think that's out of my garbage bin. How long is it taking? Holy cow.
All those supports. Just trying to figure out how to connect them all, because all your supports are going through the a bunch of your supports are going through the body
Oops.
because it's where you clicked. So because of that, it's trying to calculate all the wall sections that touch the support so that
Now I have to save the removable drive. Yep.
right? Yeah.
Eject.
Mhm.
Ejecting. Please don't go. Please don't go. Please don't go.
Okay, now it's done.
Think of this.
Mhm.
Like the green thing or the just like this?
Just the drive.
This? This thing?
Yeah.
Got
Flip it upside down, stick it in.
like that. Like that.
So it goes in that way.
So just like this. Wait. Just like this?
Mm-hmm. Right beside the white thing.
Over beside the white thing?
It says media removed on the thing there.
Yeah.
So that means it's not in. You got to push it in until the spring holds it.
Need to insert it.
There we go.
Now what?
Hang on a second. I need to try and capture that screen. Hang on. Okay.
Now what?
So
Turn it?
no, push it in. Rotate all the way to the bottom.
Okay, you made it now?
No. Keep going. All the way to the bottom.
Then from me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Name?
Find
No,
your.
white knight.
Mm-hmm.
Print?
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Oh, one filament.
Oh, okay. So press it again.
Press what? Down?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And go
Stop
to.
print.
You got it. Stop print. Okay. So we need to change the filament. Right.
Mhm.
So press it in again.
I think we're gonna.
No. We're gonna do it a different way. So you're gonna go to temperature. All right.
Nozzle?
And you're going to go to preheat PLA and then preheat PLA end. Okay. Now we wait until the temperature gets up to 200, and then we will use the knob that we have 3D printed there to manually remove the filament and put in the new filament using the fancy spool holder we made.
Okay, and I will go ahead and grab the white. Matte white or something?
How much do we need?
So, I think the white knight. The white knight. Earlier in the video.
Mm-hmm.
Earlier in the video, I showed you guys me making the white knight, and it kind of messed up the sword with the supports that we did for the sword.
Yeah.
But it's okay. Every printer makes mistakes sometimes, right? Just like humans.
Well, it's our own fault.
Just like humans,
We
we
should-
all make mistakes.
We should have used different supports. Which ones should we have used?
Tree, I believe
That's
you said
right.
earlier.
We
today.
should have just dealt with the tree supports and let it take its time printing instead of rushing with our custom
It took
supports.
more time doing our own custom.
Well, no, the
supports.
custom supports printed faster.
True. Because when it was printing, when I checked earlier in this morning, when it was still printing, the support was right here and the sword was about that big. 5 minutes later, shing, shing, done. How does it do that so fast? It's crazy.
So,
But yeah, this is one of my favorite creations. It's called the White Knight. The next one that I made with the glider and glider jetpack, is called the White Knight 2.0, which we have a new roll of neon orange filament, fluorescent orange, neon orange, I believe. Which I want to try printing the White Knight 2.0 in. So, neon fluorescent orange 2.0. I mean, Knight 2.0.
Alright.
Or orange.